After a night out on the mesa, thinking about all the dumb things I said, I headed back on into town and decided to start recording myself another vlog, so hopefully that turns out well.
Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. On my lap, I have a fat blob, which is to say I have a tennis ball-sized lump of fur. They look so fat, but they're not fat. It's just they have bigger skin than they have body. They're actually quite sleek underneath their skin. So she's a sweetie, she's awake, and I just wanted to show her off because I like my hamsters quite a bit. I love them dearly. There's something that I feel a deep primal connection with hamsters. I don't know why. But here we go, little one. She was not sleeping, but half awake in tennis ball shape. You know, like hedgehogs will, they'll like sit with their feet out in front of them and then they'll have their cells curled over that way. She does that. She'll plonk with her feet out in front of her and then have her top feet here eating stuff, and she'll just be curled up and be half asleep eating. So she was that way in front of her mason jar. And so I just wanted to show off a hamster. And one of the things that I just watched another hamster video about this person talking about the six different types of hamsters and what various hamsters do with their various motions and what they mean. One of them is if hamsters groom themselves in front of you, like if you're holding them or they're on your lap or they're in the cage in the open and they're grooming themselves, they feel safe and they trust you because when they're grooming, they're not watching out for stuff. And since they're prey animals, they always have to watch. So if they're grooming themselves while you're holding on to them, then that's showing immediate massive trust because they know there's no threat. Definitely a good thing. This one video talked about the various types and which ones are best. And she was talking about how, a lot of people recommend the Syrian hamster for a first-time hamster pet. But she was saying, nah, she would recommend one of the dwarves. But the thing is, as much as I love hamsters, and oh my gosh, I do, a good thing. I'm not such a big fan of the dwarf hamsters. They don't look 100% like hamsters to me. I like the big fluffy boom 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 type that screams hamster to me. The dwarf hamsters not so much, though they are nice. They're still cute, and I still recognize them as variations thereof. But they're just, as I said, the Syrians are more like bo 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 boom ba doom ba doom ba bo 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 boom ba doom as they waddle along with their big bodies and their wide hips, and they're just, even when they're trying to get away, running with their backsides a wibble wobbling as they go, they're not altogether that efficient at it, and it's just so cute to me. But dwarf hamsters, especially there's the Campbell dwarf and all that, and the Roborovsky dwarf hamster, they have two speeds, which is turbo and off. And I'm not a big fan of that. I like them to sit in your pocket and eat and then maybe sleep, or curl up and sleep and just be happy, not just and then off and out, and oh my gosh. So I personally would recommend Syrians, but that's just because my feelings towards Syrian hamsters. If a dwarf hamster is good for you, if something inside of you calls out when you see a dwarf hamster, just like when I see a Syrian hamster, then go for that. Hamsters are awesome, all breeds. Now there is It's really bad because hamsters and all that, and especially guinea pigs and all, need big cages, big. They need a lot of space. And the cages that they sell in even the pet stores, and especially Walmart, they're criminally small. There's one cage, a guinea pig starter cage that they sell in Walmart. It's barely bigger than a guinea pig. That should be illegal. I mean, guinea pigs, number one, are social animals. You need more than one of them. And this is not even big enough for one. Oh, holy smokes, look at that. This is where my mask resides, my sleep mask, and so a lot of red, a lot of pressure. I got a line of zits coming through and stuff. Yay. But it's torture. They need space. They need room to live, and this is just barely big enough for even one critter. Ugh. And then the advertisements, there's the hamster cage that they have, which again is, I wish beforehand I had known more. You know, because I used to have, and you can see in my older videos, I had tiny, tiny cages for my hamsters. And I wish I had known, and I wish I had had bigger cages throughout my life for them. All I can do now, though, is continue to go forward and always have the big bin. Well, sorry about that little guys inside there. I have bigger bin cages with stuff and toys and room for them, and then not do the mistakes of the past, because I can't change the past. None of us can. You know, so don't beat yourself up over the past. Just resolve to make different mistakes in the future. Just remember, you're going to make mistakes. You're a human being. You can't help it. Resolve to make different mistakes each time, to learn. Just to say, wow, that blew up in my face horribly. I'm not going to do that one again. I'm going to find something else to blow up in my face. Because at least then it's going to be something new and different instead of just repeating the same old, whoops, it blew up in my face. Gosh, what a surprise. So, definitely a thumbs up. Now, past that, I have not been doing much. In fact, yesterday I didn't go walkies again. My kitty cat was just planted in my lap. She went over to eat, and then she'd eat, and then she'd come back and she'd sleep. And then she'd get up and she'd go outside for a little while so that she could use any sort of facilities, sort of things outside. You know, just take a dump out there and then come back inside. And then she'd fall asleep on my lap. When I had to get up and walk downstairs to get food or go to the bathroom, she would sit in here and wait. And then after I sat down, blonk, back into my lap and asleep. So all day from like 7 o'clock-ish that morning, all day up until I had to take her off of my lap and set her on my chair and then say goodnight. She stayed on my lap. Now, so that's like 3 days now I have not gone walkies. Oddly, I feel really good. Remember, I have been feeling terrible because of my allergies. And even though it's still raining for like the 3rd day in a row, still raining hard out there, and there's leaf mold aplenty, I'm actually feeling better. My sinuses are still, you know, that all of a sudden I'll be fine, and then they're full, and I blow out just a ton of mucus, and then I can breathe again. Or I'll be here, and all of a sudden, like right now, I'm more than I like. 8 minutes and change. Hopefully I'll remember to edit that into a chicken noise. But aside from the small bits like that, because you have to cough, that happens all the time, even healthy people, completely healthy people cough. You have to do deep breathing and coughing. Don't get pneumonia. Keep the bases of your lungs open and liquid free. You don't want to have a pooling of your fluids, or, you know, don't drink water and then just have it run into your lungs. That's awful. But yeah, so that was one other thing I wanted to talk about. One of my fears with smoking cannabis, Because I don't know if what I'm going to talk about is a feature of any kind of smoke that you inhale, or if it's because of nicotine. One of the issues with smoking, one of the things that happens, you have in the lining of your throat and down in your lungs, you have tiny cilia, which cilia is just their, the amoebas and small single and multicell creatures have cilia, just little tiny, they wave, little parts of cell structures that wave. And they'll wave in certain directions. And we have cilia in our throat that wave upward so that it transports junk and thick fluids and stuff upward to get them up out of your lungs. And then you cough it up. So under normal circumstances, you have all these tiny hairs constantly moving to get junk out of your lungs. When you inhale really, really hot smoke or oil vapor, guess what happens to all of those little tiny cilia? They get burned off. Now, they do grow back unless there is something in smoking, and I think, bloody gnats from keeping the windows open. There is something in, I think it's just nicotine, and the nicotine, various nicotine stuff, and the 700 to 7,000 chemicals that they put inside of cigarettes to enhance the flavor. Amazingly, each one of those is addictive in its own right. But there is something in smoking that when the hairs burn off, it alters the cell structure. The cilia don't grow back. That's one of the reasons if you're a smoker, you hack and hack and hack so hard in, like, say, in the morning when you haven't been moving and stuff is pooling, and it's so hard to get it up and out of there because you don't have the cilia moving the stuff up. It's just going thunk, slide, and then staying. Now, I'm thinking that that's merely a nicotine thing, because I'm hoping that that's not just a natural process of inhaling smoke. Because, yeah, I inhale cannabis smoke when I burn it in my pipe. I inhale cannabis oil when I vape it off of my oil rig. Yeah, I imagine I've burned off all the little cilia in my throat and in my lungs just because of the heat. Now, I'm hoping that it's not the heat that alters the cell structure and keeps the cilia from growing back. I'm hoping that it's the nicotine and the effects of the nicotine that alters the cell structure so that the cilia don't grow back. Because I don't smoke nicotine. I don't like nicotine. I've never liked it. That's one of the things throughout my life I've never wanted to do. Now, I'm a human being. I have smoked cigars at various points in my life, but you don't inhale that. The few times I've accidentally inhaled cigar smoke, it's been just horrible. You think you're going to die. You get really high because of all that nicotine hitting you real fast. And the few times it's been like everything just goes whoosh. But it's a really short thing, like seconds. So I've done stuff like that, and when I was in the Air Force, I tried snuff, the powdered nicotine that you just inhale it. But aside from just, trying things like that and trying the snuff stuff like that, it's like maybe if you wrapped it all together, it'd be 4 or 5 hours worth of smoking throughout my life, stretched out to the experimentation, stuff like that. I'm a human being. Especially I grew up in the 60s and the 70s, and I became an adult in the mid-80s. It was a different time back then. So, thumbs up for that. But hopefully, cannabis does not alter the cell structure, because I can still cough and it's not usually that hard. So, good deal. Good deal on that. And hopefully for you, if you realize your issues as a smoker, remember though, your body does repair itself amazingly. If you are a hardcore smoker, the very moment that you stop smoking, your body starts getting better. Now, the damage you've done is damage you've done. But your body will do its best. It's like if you smush and destroy your lungs, your body will do its damnedest with what's left to keep you going. That's like me and my liver. I have a very fatty, distended liver. It is not in good shape. It has fatty nodules in it because of my alcoholism. It's not larger than it should be or anything like that. It's just fatty and not healthy that way. But as long as I don't drink alcohol and as long as I don't abuse it with horrible stuff, it's going to chug along and do just fine for the rest of my life. Awesome. The human body is great that way. It's like my stepfather smoked for like 40 years of his life and then stopped. He's almost, if he's not 90 something now. So your body does repair itself, and that's a good thing. And hope he smokes. I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab, and I actually did this time. A very good thing. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. Thank you all so much. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up each one I do. Answer as many as I can. For right now, I'm just thanking you for having left me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Thumbs up for that. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that. And of course, it is a range of 20 to 25 because even I count in American Sign Language. There we go. With my depression, fibro, and I've been up like less than an hour. So thumbs up for that. Let me call it my Chrome now. We have Kira Lemon Grab. Always good to see you in the comments. Thank you so very much. And Randometer, thank you very, very much. ASAP Frostbite, good to see you in the comments. And Ice Damon, thank you so very much. Kathy Kits Cat, good to see you. Russian Timing, there's always more coming, promise. Smile Dude, greatly appreciated. Daniel Steinhold Amandrude, I bet I'm nowhere close, but thank you very much. Floyd Hill, greatly appreciated. And Manny K, thumbs up very much. Fart McGee, heck of a name, thumbs up and thank you. Esau Nagar, Bom Dia. And then Coochie God, I think that would be pronounced. Thumbs up and thank you. Kerball, greatly appreciated. Colin Reisenauer, always good to see you. Jayashri Suvarna, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And John Slegers, thumbs up and thank you. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Confused Owl 29, thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. James Eckley, greatly appreciated. We have Soap Legend 69, thumbs up and thank you. Marilee Cachero, greatly appreciated. Always good to see you in the comments. We have Tommy Matthews, thumbs up and thank you. R.L. Strange, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Marcus Handley, thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. I have like a mosquito flying around and just it went woo out of the corner of my vision. So thumbs up for that. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. I have a PayPal link down below if you wanted to support me in some fashion without donating to those other things. I also have an Amazon wish list with things like hamster food and cat food, silly things, non-silly things. If you wanted to check it out, that would be awesome. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you do not donate, or you simply cannot donate, I take all good wishes and I devote them. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very good. I don't even know where I am. I started thinking of something else, so definitely a thumbs up. So I'm lost, and have a very good day. Yeah, so I've got videos to do today, and that's a good thing. I've got this one. I got stuff to record. Once it stops raining, I'm going to be able to drag my camera out and go walkies again and record that. That would be a very good thing. I don't mind rain, but my shoes are starting to fall apart, and just getting them soaked will only increase that, and I can't afford to buy shoes for, I don't know how long it'll be, so I've got to make these things last. I mean, I've got my hiking boots, and that's good. It's just my hiking boots are more for hiking and not for, regular everyday wear. Well, anyway, though, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. So I've got some sort of intro or outro planned. Not quite sure what I'm going to do, so you'll have already seen it if it's an intro. So you know more than I do at this point. Take care, and have a very good day.